All right, traders, this is going to be a very important video loaded with money-making information. In terms of what has led to my success this year, it's been trading put options using this unique gap close reversal strategy. And the SPY is currently preparing to trade at the best level possible with this strategy. I'm going to be breaking it down for you, and I'm going to be sharing with you my money-making plans on how I'm planning to crush the SPY and how I'm planning to trade the best setups at the best prices heading into this week. I got my eyes on Tesla, Triple BY, Star, Phase, Siga. We're going to be breaking them all down along with the SPY. Let's get straight into it. What I want you to understand about in terms of my success this year, it's mainly been from gap close reversals on the short side, buying put options. And the SPY is approaching the second best level with this strategy. I want you to understand SPY only has two gaps that are waiting to fill above. The first one is right here at 429.06. The SPY gapped down. It opened up lower than it previously closed on May 5th. So you go back to the previous day, take the closing price, and as you can see, there's a gap to fill at 429.06. So many people have been giving me the wrong number. It's at 427. No, it is at 429.06. As you can see, the SPY has a strong history of having gap close reversals at this level. What do I mean by that? You can see right here, it gapped down at 428.51. It had a very nice sell-off, dropped over 10 points for the micro, rocketed back up, filled the gap, had a reversal, dropped even lower, popped back up, filled the gap, dropped even lower. Do you see how attractive this is for put options? This is a trade that you have to take. I'm going to be walking you through the confirmations. I'm going to be walking you through what it is that I'm going to be looking for. But the key level is $429.06. If the SPY gaps up tomorrow, if the SPY goes to this level tomorrow, you see it react as a resistance. It has a small pullback. Wait for it to perk back up towards 429 for a double top retest. You can also wait for the backside of the move, wait for some lower highs to form, wait for some previous support to turn into resistance towards this key level. And then you're going to want to buy puts and ride this back down. I've seen so many times this can be in terms of what can happen. And this is what I'm looking for heading into tomorrow. I would love a gap up. That's what I would want. I would love a gap up and then to buy puts at this 429 level once it rejects for the confirmation, wait for the retest. This could be the possibility where you could see right here, SPY had this gap to fill at 401.44. On this day, it basically filled this gap, and this was on a Monday. I remember I banked on this day. It basically filled that gap on this day, and then it sold off very, very hard. And it did gap up on this day. It had a nice little gap up. So if the SPY gaps up tomorrow, I'm going to be extremely interested in put options towards that 429.06 level. As long as we get the bearish confirmation, that'll be the game plan. As you can see in terms of future hours trading sessions, it is currently at 426.38. It's having a small little gap down. So with that being said, if the SPY does gap down, the second best thing you can do is to see how it reacts at 427.10. 427.10 will be the key make it or break it level, the previous closing price, Friday's closing price. If that reacts as a resistance, SPY is going to start to sell off towards this 425-ish level. It's going to start to sell off towards 424, 425-ish level. If 427 turns into a support level, then it's going to rocket to 429. 429 will be the best level to buy put options for the week. 429 gap close reversal. That's the game plan. Now, what I want you to understand is if 429 reacts as a support, if it starts breaking out, the next resistance in the next level SPY will go to will be right here, which is 435.60 to $438. That'll be the next zone for the SPY if it reacts bullish. I'm overall bearish. I see this pulling back. I'm extremely short biased heading into this week. And in terms of key levels, this is what I want you to understand. We're due for a pullback to 424.88. If this 424.88 cracks, it's going to get absolutely annihilated. 424.88 is your make it or break it level. 425, you can call it. 425, make it or break it. If it reacts to support, it rockets to 427. You know, if it goes above 427, it goes to 429. If 425 cracks, it gets crushed to 420 basically. That's where it goes. It goes to 420. So those are the key levels. Those are the key levels. Now, in terms of call options, the best price for call options this week, like I said, 416.80 cents. This is going to be a key make it break level that I want you to pay attention to. So like, Will, what are the best levels? 429 is the top. That's your best level. In terms of bottoms, 416.80. This is a key make it or break it support level. If SPY cracks this, it gets crushed and it goes to 412, 413. If SPY holds this, it rockets back up into the 420s. The best levels that I want you to focus on, so this is the middle. I want you to think of your middle overall level into this week as of now, 425, your top 429, and your bottom 416.80, right? And you know if those levels react the other way, then SPY is going to keep going in that direction. So if SPY cracks 416, then it starts to sell off to the next support at 412. If SPY breaks above 429 and it turns into support, then it starts to go to the next resistance at 435 to 438 zone, right? But in terms of the best key levels right now, your best resistance level that you're going to want to play puts on is 429. Pay attention to 427. That's another key critical make it or break it level, especially if it gaps down tomorrow. And 425 is a key middle break it, make or break level. And then your bottom level basically is at 416.80. And if that were to crack, then I would definitely be buying calls at 412. But on 416.80 is going to be a nice level. So your key levels, 429, 427, 425, 416.80. Those are your overall key levels. 420 is another key level as well. But you know the best prices. You now know based off the levels I gave you the best prices to buy and best price to sell. Best price to sell, best price to buy puts, 429. Best price to buy calls, 416.80. Right? You now know that. Now, if the SPY goes to above 429, then we're gonna have to stay away from puts until it goes back under 429. We're gonna have to stay away from puts if it goes above 429. We're gonna have to wait till it drops back below 429, then we play the puts. Because if 429 holds and turns into support, it's gonna rocket to 436, 438. So what I want you to understand is if we gap down, 427 is the key make it or break it level. 429 is the best price possible to buy put options on. If it gaps down, there's going to be a gap to fill at 427.10, and there's going to be a gap to fill 429. The best one to play puts on is at 429. So if you wanted to try puts at 427 and you get stopped out, you take a smaller position size, make it all back more at 429, or you could just wait for the best level and have no fear of missing out on the setup, right? You got to figure out what is it you want to do as a trader. But I'm telling you, this 429 level, that's the best level, and that's where I'm playing puts heavy. Hopefully it gaps up, but as of now, it's gapping down. And if it does gap down, that would make 427 a key critical make it or break it level for puts if it does gap down. If it gaps up, then 429. So there you go. Tesla, it's looking overall micro bullish. It's been holding key support, turning key resistance here into key support. It looks like it's going to start to fill the gap. Within time this week, I could see it filling this gap at 925.90. Best price for puts would be 952.62. So those are some key levels. But overall, it looks a little bit bullish. I'm staying away from it for now. Not really my ideal sort of setup to be buying this kind of high. But, in terms of overall, on how it looks overall micro bullish. That's how things are looking for a gap fill play. Triple BY, I don't want to chase calls. This can go a lot higher. That's just the reality of the situation. I'm just watching for now, but this is what I want you to understand. This is your key critical make it or break it level. For all of you bulls hoping for the moon, you need to know that people like me are waiting to buy puts on this. And, as a professional, I have my key levels, and I have very specific key levels. So in terms of nailing the top on triple BY, these are my levels. These are my levels as someone who wants to buy puts, but who's well aware this can continue to go higher. So I'm just waiting for confirmations. I'm waiting for the key levels. 1422, that's my worst level, 1422. My second best level is 1728, and my best level is at 2723. That's the absolutely fucking highest this thing can go, is 2723. So I got 3 levels. If I get bearish confirmations, if I get bearish reactions, I'm going to scalp triple BY puts. I'm not going to swing. I'm going to scalp them, right? In terms of swing trades, those are not determined until market close. This isn't an attractive stock to really be swing trading puts on, in my opinion. With that being said, this is what I want you to understand. There's a gap to fill at 1422. This recently hit 1360s, and it sold off very, very hard to 870s. It recovered, went slightly higher, but it's already trying to pull back. So with that being said, it just topped out at 1410. If we go back to this 14s, 1420s, it reacts as a resistance. It forms these bearish wicks, shows signs of weakness. We crack 1326. It's game over. It's going to sell off. It's going to get crushed. So that's your make it or break it level. The bulls need to turn 1420 into a support level and break above that. Until then, they will get slaughtered. That's the reality of this situation. It will drop. If it cannot break out and turn 1422 into support, it will come crashing back down like it was doing last time it retested this level. Look at how it's been reacting. It retested high 13s, nice sell off to 1080s, retested 1360s, nice sell off to 1880, right? As someone buying puts, I wouldn't be aiming for the moon. It'd be a nice scalp where I try to make a quick 2-point sell off. So we got to see. That's my new level of interest. 1422. It's struggling. And I know how BBBOI reacts to these key levels when it does this. It does like to micro sell off. So I just got to see. I got to see. 1422, if it reacts as a resistance, I play the puts. I use a very tight stop because I'm well aware this can rocket. This can rocket to the next gap. There's a gap right here at 1728. That's the second best level. And then the best level is 2723. That's where I would hit puts heavy. So those are my 3 levels. So I gave you 3 levels. So as of now, in terms of the date that I'm making this video, if I try one of these levels and it doesn't work, I get stopped out quickly. And then what do? I wait for the next level. So first level, 1422. Second level, 1728. Third level, 2723. I have a system with risk management and position sizing where it does not matter if I lose on the first level and I lose on the second level, as long as I'm getting stopped out quickly and I'm sizing in accordingly with this edge I have with trading options. It does not matter if I lose 2 times in a row. I can make money with a 33% win rate. That is my edge. All I need is a 33% win rate to make money in a situation like this. Our next stock is going to be Star. In terms of Star, this looks overall bullish. It looks like SIGA. So what I want to show you is I want to show you a quick comparison. See how SIGA has this major flash crash, this major drop, and then it recovers, and then it starts to pump back up, and just like 5 days later, it rockets. I think Star is going to do the same thing overall. I'm bullish on Star. I think Star within time is going to have that breakout. So what needs to happen here in this situation is it needs to break above 1650. If it cannot break above this and it cannot turn into a support level, it will start to crash. So if it reacts as a fake out, the best price to buy the dip is at the gap right here at 1568. That'll be the best price to buy the dip, 1568. If it breaks above 1650s, that is when, and turns it into a support, if you see this top react as a floor, that is when you're going to see this explosive move to the upside, to fill the gap at 1708, which would be one of the best price for puts. So overall, this stock is bullish. Best price to buy the dip, 1568. If you see it break above 1650 and turn into a support level, then you could try to buy the breakout with a tight stop, right? So just know, if you do buy the breakout, your max risk should be in the 1550s. If you want, you can get stopped out a little bit earlier and then buy the dip. However you want to play it, whatever your risk to reward is. In terms of the reward, though, we're looking at a $17 price target on this stock is what we're looking at. We're overall looking bullish for 1708. If it goes above 1708, then it really starts to rocket to next resistance at 1750. But my target right now would be 1708 on this phase. Phase is looking very interesting. So with this one, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing some similar patterns. You have this big red move here, it consolidates for 2 days. You have this big red move here, it consolidates for a day right now. Phase overall should go up. I'm not the biggest fan of this stock. I genuinely really don't like this stock. But it's due for a pump. It's due for a spike. Looking at the overall time frames, the overall patterns, the overall charts, it's due for some sort of spike. So the best thing you could really do with this one, this is what I want you to understand right now, is this right here, this 1350 is your key level on phase. And this is a share play. Don't trade options on this. The spreads are too wide. The IV's not. Don't trade options on this one. This is just the share play. 1350 is your make it or break it level. If it cracks 1350 and turns it into a resistance, we will be on track to fill the gaps. There's a gap to fill at 1073 and there's a gap to fill at 958. If this goes to 958, that is the best price you buy the dip on phase, 958. In order for it to not go back down that low, it needs to quickly hold 13. If it continues to hold 13 and it continues to hold a strong foundational support at 13, we will be on track to rocket to 15. If 15 breaks out, then it rockets to about 17, 15 to 18. So right now, we're at previous resistance that's been trying to react to support for 2 days. So I'm just watching it for now. But if this somehow crashes to like 950s, it's going to be one of those opportunities where you just buy it and it just pumps back up. That's how I see it in terms of phase. And then for SIGA, I'm on the sidelines right now looking for some sort of pullback. Personally, basing off of the sediment with everything that's going on with monkeypox and comparing this chart to mRNA, I think this can be a $50 stock within the next like 3 months. I could see it happening. So I am looking for a re-entry. I bought this and we called this within Trader Society when this was at 1570, sold for a nice quick profit. I am looking for a re-entry. I just gotta wait though. So I'm on the sidelines. I would like to see how it reacts at 23 to 22. But those are my main plays. So the number one play this week is gonna be SPY. And I could see a nice scalp coming up on this triple BY. When I hit it nicely, this is gonna work out nicely, man. You gotta this is gonna be a good one to keep an eye on. We're at some very interesting levels here for triple BY. So yeah, those are the main plays, guys. Into this week, we're gonna have a lot more opportunities, a lot more plays. But that is how I'm planning to trade the best setups at the best prices. And like I said, the setup with SPY. SPY is literally the best setup at the best price in terms of what has led to my success with gap close reversals. This is the second highest gap to fill above. I can easily see a very nice pullback at this level. If it goes above 429, I could see that nice drop coming for Monday. Hopefully we can get a gap up. If not, we're gonna have to look at 427 to 429 zone. But SPY's due for a pullback, and it should be coming soon. A nice little micro pullback where we just something like this, where it just drops quickly, and we get out like same day, something like that. I'm not talking about a swing trade. I'm talking about a nice little day trade hit. So in terms of, well, what can this day trade hit generate? Well, how do you get your price targets? Right here, it gaps down. SPY gaps down from, what is this, 428.51. It crashes all the way to 416. You sell on that day, it gaps down, right? SPY gaps down from 427.81. It crashes all the way down to 411.21. SPY gaps down from 429.06. It crashes all the way down to 409. So the point being is, this is due to happen again. Take advantage of puts. If we do gap down, 427 would be the new best level. I would try it. If it doesn't work out, then I would go 429. For those of you who stay on these videos, to truly get the best information. So that's the game plan, man. Game plan is to play for that sell off. Every single time SPY is gap down from this 427, 429 level, it has sold off hard and it has closed weak. And this is not a swing trade. This is a day trade and opportunity. So in terms of history repeating itself, it happened 3 times in a row. And it's already happening technically the 4th time in a row because it is gapping down. It's not a big gap down, so we can't say it's gapping down yet because anything can happen in future trading session. It's going to be very volatile. It's not that volatile right now, so we don't know yet. But you know where I stand. If it gaps down, it should close weak and it should sell off hard. If it gaps up, I'm still bearish, but we got to wait for 429 to break down, react as a resistance. If that occurs, then I buy puts, right? So if it gaps up, I'm looking for 429. If it gaps down, I'm willing to go lower at 427. That'd be the game plan. No matter what you do, if you go at 427, you get stopped out, then 429 be the next best level, and it has to react bearish at these levels, right? So that's my game plan. That's my thoughts. That's my analysis. History shows we're due for a nice little micro pullback heading into the start of this week. If you do want to be a part of Trader Society, now is truly the best time to be joining Trader Society. Everything is explained within the first link in the description. For those of you always asking, do you have a Discord? Do you have this? Everything that I offer within Trader Society is explained. It's the first link in the description. As soon as you join, you get instant lifetime access. It's a one-time fee. And all the information is provided within that first link. We are also bringing someone on board. He's going to be doing live trading commentary from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. is going to be trading. Giving commentary, real-time analysis, and then 3 to 4 p.m. it's going to be preparing for the next day. That's going to be the game plan, right? This individual, I highly believe he's going to be a huge asset, and I really think he's going to be like I said, a huge asset within Trader Society. He's mastered price action. He can do it with stocks. He can do it with the SPY. He mainly focuses on SPY, but he's going to be getting back into stocks as well. He solely focused on SPY for a long time, but he's going to be getting back into stocks and the SPY as well. And this is someone who could add a lot of value to the group. I genuinely believe that. And he's going to be helping and teaching within the group every single market business day from 12 to 4 p.m. And he chooses those times because those are his favorite and best times to be trading at with his strategy and with what he's done. Those are his favorite times to be trading at. When the day is more developed and the strategy he uses, that's what he prefers to do. And he has very similar styles where we're like scalping, but we also have midterm plays, swing trades, long-term plays. It's going to be a lot to it. It's going to be money-making information. So it's the first link down below. We're going to be testing him out for 30 days. If everything goes good, and we agree as a team that he's going to be a long-term stay, then we're going to have him on board. It's going to be a 30-day trial. We're going to see how he performs. But yeah, I have high confidence that this is going to work out, and this would be the best time to get in. So with that being said, it's going to be the first link down below in the description. You get lifetime instant access to the video lesson library, the price action trading strategies, the gap strategies, how to trade both ways, calls and options, the Discord server, the live trading sessions that I do at Market Open, the real-time commentary sessions that he's going to be doing from 12 to 4 p.m. And there's just so much more to it. The real-time trade alerts that I give out, the watch list, the stock analysis. We're going to be answering your questions as well, any stocks you have. It's all going to be within Trader Society. If you want to join, now's the best time to get in. We will see you guys tomorrow live at Market Open.